Every banking app, online store, and streaming service relies on the same piece of infrastructure, a database. In this video, we will look at what a database actually is, how it is structured, the main types in use today, and how applications interact with one behind the scenes. A database is an organized collection of data, stored and accessed electronically, designed so that information can be created, read, updated, and deleted efficiently. That is often shortened to CRUD, the four basic operations every database supports. The key word is organized. A database enforces structure and rules, which is what separates it from a folder of loose files or an unmanaged spreadsheet. In practice, you rarely interact with raw data files directly. Instead, you interact with a database management system, or DBMS, software like PostgreSQL, MySQL, or MongoDB. The DBMS handles storage, retrieval, security, and concurrent access, so applications do not need to manage those details themselves. In a relational database, data is organized into tables. Each table represents one type of entity: customers, products, orders. Each row is a single record, and each column is one attribute of that record: a name, a price, a date. Tables relate to each other through keys. A customer ID in an orders table, for example, links each order back to the customer who placed it, which is what makes the model relational. Every table follows a schema, a defined structure specifying what columns exist and what kind of data each one holds. Constraints enforce rules on top of that. A column might be required, unique, or restricted to a certain data type. These rules keep data consistent, even as thousands of records are added and modified over time. Databases generally fall into two broad categories: SQL, or relational, databases, such as PostgreSQL, MySQL, and SQL Server, store data in structured tables with a fixed schema. They are well suited to data where consistency and relationships matter, like financial records. NoSQL databases, such as MongoDB or Redis, store data more flexibly as documents, key value pairs, or graphs. They are often chosen for large-scale, rapidly changing data, like user activity feeds or session data, where rigid structure would slow things down. A reasonable question is why databases are necessary at all, given that spreadsheets can also store tabular data. The answer is scale and concurrency. Databases are built to handle millions of records and thousands of simultaneous read and write operations without corrupting data or slowing to a crawl, something spreadsheets and flat files are not designed for. Reliability matters just as much as scale. Consider a bank transfer. Money must leave one account and arrive in another as a single, indivisible operation. Databases handle this through transactions, governed by a set of properties known as ACID, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Together, they guarantee that operations complete fully or not at all, and that committed data survives system failures. When you open an app, your device typically is not storing most of the data locally. It sends a request across the network to a server, which queries a database, retrieves the relevant records, and returns a response. This round trip typically completes in milliseconds, and it happens continuously for every user, every time data is read or written. Modern applications often run databases in the cloud, distributed across multiple servers for redundancy and performance. Providers like AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure offer managed database services, so engineering teams can focus on their application rather than on maintaining the underlying infrastructure. To summarize, a database is a structured system for storing and retrieving data reliably, at a scale far beyond what manual files or spreadsheets can support. It is the foundation underneath nearly every application in use today. In a follow-up video, we can go deeper into how SQL queries are written and executed,